G'day, welcome back. I'm going to do the rig rundown video today. This is actually a video I've had a few requests for. So today I'm going to go through the features of my giant Propel Advanced Disc, talk through what I like about it, and one day I'll do a video for my Cervelo P2 as well. Just got a few more bits to add to that before it's finished. Anyway, hope you enjoy the video. If you do, leave a like, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. It helps the channel out heaps. Alright, so the Propel is an aero road bike. There's two road bikes in the giant range, the Propel and then the TCR. The TCR is like the lighter weight version with skinnier tubing, which is more suited to climbing and that sort of thing. The aero bikes have a thicker tube profile, more like a TT bike, which makes them faster in a straight line, more aerodynamic. This one here is completely equipped with Ultegra Di2 11 speed. So I've got the electronic shifters up on the handlebars and then electronic derailleurs front and rear. This has also got the giant Power Pro power meter in the crank, and I've actually just had it upgraded to the newer version. There was a few problems with the last one. So this is dual sided. The power meter on the drive side is completely concealed. You can't even see it from the side of the bike. And then the non-drive side is just attached to the back of the crank arm. Got hydraulic disc brakes front and rear. And there's a lot of debate online about discs and whether or not they're good or bad. I think there's definitely pros and cons to both, but when it comes to stopping power, the discs win hands down, particularly if it's wet, and then definitely if you've got carbon rims on like this, so you can still have fantastic braking in the wet with carbon rims. The wheels are just the giant SLR1 discs that came with the bike, carbon front and rear. The rear is deeper than the front, and I've got them wrapped in Continental GP4002 25mm. I've used these GP4000s for a long time on a number of bikes, and I find that they're a good balance between a fast tyre and a durable tyre. So I normally throw a new set on my bike before a key race, and then that set will just stay on and be my general riding tyre until the next big race, where I throw on another set. And yeah, touch wood, don't have too many issues with punctures just running them with standard tubes. I haven't made the leap to tubeless yet, but these work sweet as just with standard tubes. Up the top, got the giant Contact SL saddle that came with the bike. I got this fitted when I bought it, and that saddle actually fitted perfectly, so I just kept it, and it's really comfortable. And then up front, just the giant carbon bars wrapped in the standard tape, and then the whole front end's integrated, so the shifter wires from both shifters on both sides and the hydraulic brake cables run through the bars, through the stem and down into the frame, so you don't see them at all. Up on the front, we've got the factory Garmin mount, and then my Garmin Edge 510. I'd love to upgrade to one of the new ones with a bigger screen, but the 510 works flawlessly and hasn't let me down to date, and really upgrading would be awesome, but the data's probably still going to be the same. But when that finally decides it's had enough, I'll probably upgrade to one of the bigger screen options, like a 1030 or something like that. The pedals, actually running the Shimano 105 pedals on this bike. They look the same as the Ultegra and Duros pedals, and they've got the exact same mechanism. The only difference between all three is weight and price, and for me it was about buying sort of pedals that were good value for money. So I think the next one's up with the Ultegra, which weigh 20 grams less, and then the Duros pedals weigh another 20 grams less than the Ultegra, but the price doubles sort of as you jump up. So for me it was about not buying the cheapest pedals I could, but it's a lot of extra money to spend for a tiny weight saving. That's sort of only this much out of your drink bottle, or you know, taking my saddlebag off would actually save me more weight. So little cycling hack there. Shimano 105 pedals work just as well as the Ultegra or Duros, but you'll save yourself a bit of money if you go for these. Giant bottle holders on here, nothing special about those, they're just a normal plastic bottle cage. Really, there's not a lot to this bike that's too different from when it sort of rolls straight out of a shop or straight out of the giant factory. It's got everything I was looking for when I got it, and I haven't had to change a hell of a lot. Fits perfect, really comfortable, it's fast, and it hasn't let me down. So all in all, I'm really happy with it. I don't tend to change a lot between training and racing on this bike, just because the wheels that it came with are sort of race ready wheels. Probably the only thing is just the saddlebag. So I have a saddlebag there for all my training rides, which has a tube, a CO2 and a couple of tyre levers in it. I normally take that off for racing, and that's pretty much the only change I'll make to the bike. Other than that, it's sort of race ready at a moment's notice, which is awesome. So there you go, there is the rig rundown of my giant Propel Advanced Disc. I hope you enjoyed that. If you've got any questions or comments, leave them below, and please give this video a like if you enjoyed it, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one.